Hello, and welcome to the Trading with Ashley show. Tomorrow is a very big day because Federal Chair Jerome Powell speaks at Jackson Hole. Now, it is really exciting to watch the market as all this is taking place. So typically what you see from a market perspective is things are kind of muted up until he starts speaking. And then once he starts speaking, you start seeing the market bounce around like a ping pong ball based on what he's saying. And so I want you to be prepared no matter what happens tomorrow. So I thought I would put this video together so that you can put all of your information together tonight and you will be ready for whatever tomorrow brings, or shall I say, when tomorrow brings it, because you will see the market bounce up and down for certain. We've seen that every single time. And it's a lot of fun if you're prepared. If you're not prepared, it can be very scary. So let's go through what you need to do and how you might get ready for tomorrow. So make sure that your family just kind of chills tonight. They leave you alone at least for a few hours so that you can pull together everything you need to be ready. One of the first things you may want to do is go ahead and put together a list of, let's say, 5 of your favorite ticker symbols that you would gladly buy if there's a sale on these stocks tomorrow. One thing that typically happens is you think you want a stock, but then when you see it tanking, you're worried that you are going to not get the rock bottom pricing. So I want you to let that fear go, because as long as you're getting a fair price on the stock, then you should be able to enjoy quite a bit of price appreciation. Now I'm about to go show you how to evaluate if you're getting a fair price, because you want to write these levels down, and you may want to even go ahead and set a buy order in the event your stock and all the excitement dips down to these levels. Here are some of the tickers that I will be preparing for tomorrow. One of the stocks on my list that I want more exposure to is ticker symbol LLY for Eli Lilly. When you go and look at the technicals on Eli Lilly, you can clearly see it is in a bullish mode. It is at the top of its Bollinger Band. Also, it's 65 on the RSI. Typically, when it gets to about 70, at that point, you're considered overbought and you may expect the stock to retreat. Also, when you take a look at this, you can see the top of the band is 993, and if it were to breach this, then you might see it retreat a little. But because tomorrow could bring wild swings and pull this stock down with the market as a whole, you want to be prepared just in case. So I am going to go ahead and set a buy order for Eli Lilly right here at the 50-day moving average. When a stock is above all its moving averages, the 50-day moving average serves as a really good spot for it to serve as support and then bounce back up. The 50-day moving average is currently sitting at 883.95. So I might go ahead and set a buy order at, let's say, 885 in the event it does a flash crash tomorrow and gets down to that level. Let's go look at another popular stock, Tesla. Now, right now, you can see Tesla is smack dab in the middle on the RSI. It's neither bullish nor bearish. It's just hanging out. So what I will do with this one is I am going to focus on the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is right here at 203. So I will put a buy order in right underneath that, probably at 200. 200 is a strong psychological level for Tesla. It's a nice round number, and a lot of people say, I'll buy it again if it gets under 200. Now, for me personally, I have plenty of Tesla, so what I will more than likely do is I will purchase a Leaps, which is a year-dated out option. You could do a call or a put, but I'm of the belief that Tesla will be much higher. So if it gets below 200, I'll be ready to purchase a Leaps so that I can enjoy that price appreciation. And when I do this, I typically go out as far on the chain as I can. So more than likely, it will be a Leaps for 2026. I will set an alert so that it will alert me if Tesla dips below 200, and then I can take advantage of that opportunity. On the other hand, I have a lot of shares of Tesla, so if Tesla spikes, then I am going to look at the top of the band right here. It's at 235. I don't want to give up my shares because I got them really low. So more than likely what I will do is sell a call for the following week, and I'm going to put it way above the Bollinger Band right here. I'm going to put it up at 250 because I think 240 is a natural level of support when you look at the technicals on it. And if it gets to 240, it will more than likely at least take a break. So I will do a call at the 250 level expiring at the end of next week if Tesla spikes on positive news with the Fed tomorrow. Palantir, you can never have enough Palantir, in my opinion. I think it's an incredible stock. It is similar to Eli Lilly, that it is at the top of its band and it is definitely in a bullish mode. It's at 66 on the RSI. So because of that fact, I am going to actually set a buy order right down here, probably at 28.50. This is the 20-day moving average, and Palantir has had quite the run. So if I can pick up additional shares at 28.50, I think that that would put me in a really good spot if I am continuing to accumulate this stock for my long-term portfolio. The last one I want to go over with you is none other than NVIDIA. This has probably been the hottest stock in the stock market in the last 12 months. It just kept rising and rising. Well, I have some savvy community members, and they were able right here, when you see it dipped really low on the 5th of August, they were able to grab some shares at around the $92 mark. They had an order in just in case, and it served them really well. So now they are sitting on quite the gain, and this is a great spot to be. So two things I'm going to do with NVIDIA. I'm going to go ahead and set this, I'm going to call this a Hail Mary play. I am going to set an order right down here at 100 just in case it loses quite a bit of steam, because it does have earnings coming up. So I think there'll be some additional volatility around earnings that I could get another shot at it if earnings don't go well. But I think they'll be fine. But in case they don't, I'll have a couple opportunities. I'm going to put an order in down here, which is towards the bottom of the Bollinger Band. But I also have several shares. So if NVIDIA spikes, then once again, I'm going to shoot high, more than likely just going 1 week out to about the $150 mark. The reason you don't want to go much further than 1 week out on a stock that may be running is you want the ability to roll the stock, and you can do that much easier if it's at a higher price point. If you go ahead and put it at the top of the band right here, let's say at 134, well, if it blows past that, it's going to be really difficult to roll this without paying quite a bit of money. Or if you go out really far, let's say you end up going out to March of next year and you sell the 150. Well, there's a lot of time between now and March, and there's a lot of catalysts that could push it up towards 150. And if you were to see that happen, you've got to wait a long time for that trade to work out in your favor. So I always tell my Discord community members to consider, when you're at the top of the band, maybe go right above it, but don't go out further than a week or two, or you may find yourself chasing and spending a lot of money to get out of a trade if you're not wanting to let go of your stock. And the last thing I want to show you is how to properly sell a covered call. So I am going to go to NVIDIA, and I'm doing this on Robinhood, so this might be helpful for you. If you were going to sell a covered call, then what you would do is you would go down here to the bottom where it says Trade NVIDIA Options, and then you would sell call. Don't do this today, because today is obviously a red day. You want to sell a call on a green day. But if I was going to go out to the end of next week and choose that $150 strike price, then I would look for it here on the chain. Got to go kind of far up because we're kind of down today. And I would find it right here. If you can see here, based on how it's currently trending, there's a 90% chance that it will not hit 150. And I like those odds. And I would be able to at least accept $120 to make that trade. Now, if it spikes up tomorrow and you see it going up to around 140 or so, this will become a lot higher. And that would be the point in which you would want to sell your call when it's green and when it is approaching maybe, let's say, around the 135, 140 level would be a perfect time to sell a call for 150 for the end of next week. For those of you that have always been interested in how to properly roll a trade, I will be offering a free workshop. It's going to be on September the 7th, and all the details will be coming out. But if you're interested, I need you to sign up for my email list in the link below so that you can get informed of all the detail and you can officially sign up for the workshop once I have everything posted. And don't forget, you need to keep learning, keep earning, and I will see you on the trading floor.